Welcome to my channel, and today we will talk about a topic which I think a lot of people actually experience right now. It's called burnout. I think I'm in a stage that I can say I have burnout since I kept having these symptoms. I don't want to do anything anymore. Everything that I really liked wasn't something that I still wanted to do. Didn't want to do anything. It's like you randomly got into a depression that you don't actually want to get out of bed. Burnout can do a lot with someone. Luckily, I haven't really experienced something that has going on with my body, since quite a lot of people tend to have a stiff neck during a burnout or something with their back, and a lot of pain. Also, something like feeling sick, that you have to puke, that you're getting migraines. I don't think your bones will break or something, but yeah, you have symptoms that actually do something with your body. Also, gray hair. Gosh, luckily, I think I'm still too young for gray hair right now. What caused a burnout for me? For me, a lot of things happened. Like my mom had to get a transplantation of something that's from the blood harvested. I'll put the word here because I don't really know the English word for it. And that was because she had a progressive illness just last year, and which did a lot to me because during that time I was in another city, like on the other side of this country, and living in a really bad relationship that broke me. I was isolating myself even further, and I didn't hang out with my friends that I got, and yeah. I am pretty social awkward. I don't really go well with other people. I try to connect with them, but most of the times it goes bad. And when I was doing my college study on, I don't know what the degree is, but it's below bachelor, it broke me again. I tried my best to stick my head out, finish the study, which didn't really go well. One of the reasons that it didn't go well is because I was in a relationship that wasn't healthy for me. I stayed with that person for way too long, and it broke me. Now I'm out of it, but it also broke my next study. But in my last study, I went to my first internship, and I didn't have the facilities that I was supposed to have there. I didn't do the work that I was supposed to do there to actually graduate. And that stressed me out so much that I wasn't even allowed to stay home. That my teacher said that I had to keep going to that internship because, yeah, teachers are supposed to do everything to keep you on the path of going to the next year instead of having to sit another year. I understand that, but if your health is going down because of that and your self-esteem breaks because of that, I actually wish that I would just stay another year instead of going on with the internship and breaking myself. That was my first point of actually starting to feel symptoms. I think it was already 4 years ago. Gosh. And so my next internship really helped me, but during that time I was dealing with a suicidal boyfriend at the time. And my boss of the internship that manages me helped me really well with that. So kudos to you. And so I went on to live with that guy, and knowing that my mom just got diagnosed with an illness that could actually kill her, I still went to live with the guy. I don't even think I still loved him, but I still went, and it broke me because I had to cook every night. I didn't have anyone else to cook for me because the only thing he could cook was shawarma and hamburgers. So I actually made him do those. And I had to do everything for myself. All the money I got from my student loan went to groceries, which meant that I didn't have any money left. And I started to isolating myself, and he did some cruel things that I won't just put on YouTube. But it broke me. And because my mom had her transplantation during February, she got taken into the intensive care because she was almost dead. She had to go into breathing aid, and yeah, that meant that I was getting off of school, got onto the subway, went to where I parked the car of my boyfriend, and I drove right to that hospital, which was around 150 kilometers further away. Oh well, I did it for love. And so I finally finished that chapter. The chapter of my ex, I finished it. A chapter of my mom being sick, because she's now rehabilitation. Well, she is getting better. She is doing better. She will never be cured fully. Like, her hands actually stand like this. I can't even mimic it. Well, she can't use her right hand really well. The knuckles are so much stretched, the skin, that she really can't use them that well. And her left hand is going pretty well, but she won't do everything really well. And the illness can still break through. Like, right now it's on a pause because of the transplantation, but it can still affect her. But let's just stop about what it cost for me, more for what I did do to sort of fix those symptoms. So I quit my relationship. My mom is getting better, which is not thanks to me, but I will always keep the guilt that I wasn't there for my dad, because my dad had to do everything that went wrong in his house. The part that they had to build a new room on this ground, because there was a chance that my mom could never walk the stairs again. And I think I will close the curtain. There's still guilt in me that I wasn't there for my dad. And I think he right now knows it. And he says he actually, yeah, he doesn't mind that I wasn't there. Like, yes, of course it's sad, but he's okay with it. He accepted it. And another thing that I did just now, because my school was so screwed around that I had to do almost a full first year during the second year, which put so much pressure on me that I couldn't even finish the first year during the second year, which is why I made the choice to leave the school. It was a bachelor study, which is pretty high, and I quit it, which is actually giving me a lot of rest right now. I feel really relieved that I quit my study. Right now I'm looking for jobs, and I might even try to go to a new study that is a little bit lower than bachelor. So I will switch my job branch around. Like, for example, I was doing something in the media. First I did media design, and now I did great to me than game technologies, but what if I will go towards the part of being a baker and opening a lunchroom? So all those opportunities now open up for me. Soon I will have an intake with a psychologist center. I don't really know what you should call it, but to maybe diagnose myself with more stuff like PTSD or something and actually get help, because the doctor's post here can't offer me that because too much has happened for them to help me. But I am searching help, and if you're in a burnout, I really wish that you search help as well. I mean, a burnout is pretty rough, and not everyone manages to get out of that themselves. If you're in a situation that you can't leave your study, try to get some classes that you don't have to follow, just scrap them. Or rest yourself with something else. Like, indeed, scrapping things. Say no more often. Don't plan your week full. Plan your week full with at least an hour rest a day. We're not talking about go and watch Netflix, because that isn't really good for you. We're talking about things like crafting, meditation, sleeping, walking, something that your brain doesn't do too much. Like, for a lot of people, drawing works, and walking. Like, I have a dog, so walking the dog is pretty easy to do. And I even get in fights with my mom for who will walk the dog. But yeah, it was a pretty serious talk for me, so I hope it didn't take too long or bored you out way too much. There wasn't too much medical help in here, but it was more I can relieve my heart. And I hope you guys will do that too, because accepting that you have a problem, like, that's in most cases the thing, accepting that you have the problem already does so much to you, already helps you so much. And if you keep being in denial, it will only get worse. Um, like, most of the psychological things that happen in your brain, you can see it as an illness, not as something that wrongs you. It's just an illness, and you can get better. Like a burnout, you can get better from it. And I hope you will take the advice to at least rest and search help if you can, even though it's just your mom or your dad or someone else that's close to you. Just find help and rest enough and say no more often. Or yes, if it helps with some stuff like going out. But yeah, I will close the video right now. I hope you have a great time, and I didn't bore you out enough, but bye bye.